Hello and welcome. If you're looking for honest and real information about Poshmark shows, your search is over. In this video, I'm going to reveal everything you need to know about Poshmark shows and how to be a successful live show host. If you're new Posher and not yet cleared to host live or silent shows, watch this video I linked on the screen on how to apply to get this feature and become a Poshmark show host. So what does it take to be a successful live seller on Poshmark? I will tell you right off the bat, if you're not consistently doing live shows, at least in the beginning, you will not succeed at this. I will be brutally honest when talking to you about being successful at doing live shows. You need discipline, a schedule, and consistency. These are the keys. If you follow these steps, I promise you, you will build your shopper community in no time, and 0-day sales will be a thing of the past. So here are the basic rules, and I will expand on those later in the video, so stay with me. Schedule your shows ahead of time, choose a theme or watch other shows to get inspired, prepare your items, choose a spot in the house and make it presentable to keep the viewers captivated. Make yourself presentable and let your personality shine. Engage, chat, respond to questions, take measurements when asked, pay attention to what people are requesting from your tray. 8. Ship fast and package your sales neatly. And the last one, and please don't get scared, prepare to take a loss in the beginning. Don't let this scare you. Like I said, I will explain why later. There are qualified people here that probably have never done a live show or a silent show because they are afraid, embarrassed, reluctant to be in front of a live audience, afraid they're not gonna sell anything, afraid they won't know what to say or do, worried that people would judge or be mean, worried they don't have the bubbly personality and energetic personality like others do. I was one of these people and I know how you feel. What did I do? Just take a deep breath and jump in. Head first. Doing the same thing over and over again will make you an expert at it one day, so do not give up. Make mistakes, screw up. I'm a human being who's not so perfect. So what? At least I'm improving and gaining confidence by doing it. First of all, know that you cannot please everybody. If you won't do these shows, nothing will happen. Everybody was new at everything at some point, so don't feel out of place or not good at it. Practice until you find your rhythm, your routine. Remember, it is your show and you make the rules. Block the people that you think are not polite to you or your viewers. Just click on their screen names and the option to block pops up. Start small. Do a test show, 30 minutes or less. Don't be afraid to fail. See how it is to auction an item. See if you feel comfortable with the feature and learn how to navigate it. Learn to add listings, delete listings, greet and chat with people in writing. Get comfortable with using 2 devices in your show because you will need it. Do not expect any sale. Don't expect any response. Expect to be ignored. Don't think anybody has anything against you. Don't take it personal. Remember, this step is just for the purpose of learning to navigate the feature. And if you sell something while playing around and learning, more power to you. So let's expand and start with number 1, scheduling your show ahead of time. Everything has to come together in the end, so I will save you the pain and tell you that you need a recognizable image that through repetition will define you and let people know it is you that's having the show when they first look at it. To draw even more attention and reach more eyes, create a listing in your closet using the same picture and invite people to like the listing to be notified when you go live. Here is how to do it. Open the CapCut app, select new project and select the template you want to use as your photo. Click the text, choose your font and write exactly this. You can play around and select different fonts to just match your personality. The main thing is to have a recognizable background and to let people know what the listing is intended for. Once you are done creating the image, I am taking a screenshot and adjust it to make it a square shape so it matches the 1x1 Poshmark requirement when listing. I am doing this on my iPhone and I am just dragging with my finger and adjusting the shape. I am saving my photo. And as you see, you can find it in your photo section. Now you can go to your Poshmark app and start a new listing. Click Sell, select the photo from your photo section, click Add. You can adjust the intensity of the colors. I am choosing a bold color just to stand out a little bit. Choose a title, choose a description. You can describe your upcoming show, you can describe the date and the time, the theme of the show, and any other information that you think it's important. I would keep it simple. People do not like rules or restrictions, so I would not put anything like that. Now just fill in the required categories, and I put women, other. You are allowed to use keywords or style tags to push your listing forward depending on the theme. I always put original price 0. It is required though. And listing price, because when you are auctioning this listing, people will receive the notification. Click list and you're done. If you now go to your closet, you're gonna notice the new notification. You have now the option to share this listing or copy the link and share it with your friends and family or on your favorite social media site. As you see, when you click share, you have several options, especially Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, Tumblr, and you can copy the link and go to Facebook and share this listing to advertise your upcoming show. When I'm creating my actual show interface picture, I will use the same background. This is my background picture, and depending on the theme of the show, I will use the CapCut app to create the image. Find a background template for yourself and stick with it. Most of the people put their own picture to be more recognizable, and if you want to see what I mean, just go look at the shows in your shop feed after you're done seeing this video. When I say schedule ahead of time, I mean no longer than 3 days. You will have time to advertise your show on your favorite media site like TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, whatever you're using. Ask friends and family to come and support and make up in numbers, because let's be honest, the more people you have in the room, the better the odds. Shoppers are naturally curious and they flock towards a room that have the most viewers. There are Facebook groups that are supporting live and silent shows just by being present, so try to ask for their support. Mentioning it is your first show in the title will help too. Poshmark is a great community overall, and people will come to support naturally. The second rule, choose a theme or watch other shows to get inspired of what's more popular with shoppers, or even pay attention to your feed where the upcoming parties are announced, which is double the exposure, because Poshmark sends those invites across the platform for everybody else to see. So a theme is more attention grabbing, fun, and can set you apart from all the other shows. A few ideas are based on the most popular keywords used as SEO, search engine optimization, coastal cowgirl, bohemian minimalist, 70s, arts and crafts, and so much more. My personal observation is that there's a hierarchy in the Poshmark Lives. The most popular shows are in this order: pallet pulls, seasoned sellers by customers' returns by the pallet from Target, Nordstrom, and other big corporations, unlisted inventory where sellers are selling random stuff that's not yet listed in their closets, and sell together shows, where a show host is auctioning someone else's listing together with their own listings in a show, basically helping their fellow poshers sell a thing or two. These types of shows will swallow the feed space, so keep in mind it's a big competition. That does not mean that you cannot stand out. Again, this video's purpose is not to scare you, but to be transparent and realistic about the Poshmark Live shows. So if you know what to expect and make a plan, and you can take my personal knowledge and advice with a grain of salt, draw your own conclusions, have your own experience, and carve your own path, and you will succeed. Now that you got down your theme of the show, scheduled and advertised it, preparing your items would be the next step. Pick a maximum of 50 items, to auction, I would not worry about a share show or sell together show yet until you get the hang of it and get comfortable with running a live show. I will just give you the basics, and it's really easy. When you are scheduling your live show, you can enable sharing other people's listing, and this is how you do a share show. Every person that wants to run items in your show can send a maximum of 2 items to your tray or through a bundle. If these items sell, they will appear in their sales area as sold items, and all they have to do is just print a label, pack, and ship. You or them are not paying any fees, nor do you get any incentives for selling someone else's items. This one is just a labor of love, and this is all I'm gonna say about this part. Back to your chosen items. When you transfer those from your closet to your show, it's going to look like this. I will create a quick show just for demonstration purposes, and overnight, I think, I did not see this before, you have the accept shared listings right there under your information. So first you schedule your show, you have the theme all the way on the bottom and the little square on the right side. You can add your listings. Click the plus sign, and for this particular show I'm going to add things from my closet. When you click the plus sign, your closet pops up and you can select the items you want to run in your show. In this case, I have sweaters theme, so I'm gonna filter by women's categories and sweaters. Select the items you want to auction and click done. To make things easier, you can edit listing details and lock in a starting bid for each of your items, as well as the duration of the auction. Clicking the 3 dots at the right side will take you on a panel where you can edit your show, add previews, add to calendar, accept shared listings, and once you are done setting up your show, just don't forget to click update. I'm going to cancel this show as it was just for demonstration purposes. In your show tab, click the little square on the bottom right, by the way, that's called a tray, and select all the items that you want to auction. First, select the listing that you use to advertise the show, and that's the first item you'll auction, by the way. The reason is all the people who liked the listing will be notified that you are going live, and that is an additional way of advertising your show. Also, 1 hour before you start, don't forget to copy the link to your show and advertise it on the Facebook support group that I told you about earlier, but make sure to follow the guidelines of your Facebook group because some of them don't allow advertising. Here's how to find, copy the link to your show and paste it wherever you need. Once your show is created, go to My Closet, click the banner on the bottom, and that will take you to your show window. Click the 3 dots on the right side and copy link. I'm going to paste the link somewhere so you can see how it looks like. Once you have your show link, you can paste it anywhere you're allowed to advertise your show. Choosing a well-lit spot to run your show from and make it look cute is one of the utmost importance, and if you want to see firsthand what I'm talking about, take a few minutes to go from show to show and get the feel of how people are setting up their spot, how they are presenting themselves, and how you feel when you first enter one's show. First impressions count here, and all you have to capture and hold someone's attention is 5 seconds. As for the setup, the basics of what you will need to make your life easier is the following: clothing rack, auction numbers to number your clothes, some kind of light, a cell phone, 2 devices if you are doing unlisted item shows. I use my cell phone and a very old iPad, expandable phone stand. I got all this equipment on Amazon, and I will put all the links to what I'm using in the info box if you want to get them or get an inspiration based on your budget. And let's be honest, wouldn't you like to look at a presentable show host? Everybody's style is different, and I'm not one to judge, but try to be presentable, wear a cute outfit. I'm merely trying to suggest you need to create a good visual first impression. And not only that, but your positive energy will keep the people in the room, along with engaging and answering questions, presenting your items, taking measurements when prompted, paying attention to what item number shoppers are requesting from the tray. And I've seen show hosts writing down the requested numbers rather from the chat so they don't miss anyone. That's when the number tags come in very handy. Before the show, number your items from 1 to 50 in your closet and assign that number to each piece that's on the hanger and ready to be sold in your show. Just make sure not to make mistakes and switch numbers. At first I thought this is silly, but believe me, it makes it so much easier and smoother. Remember to be yourself, focus on describing your items, brand, style, size, condition, fabric type, measurements if somebody's asking. Some people even suggest how the item can be styled, but that's of course up to you. Most show hosts are auctioning the items for 30 seconds, and if the item does not sell, they will run it again later when new people come to the show. And by the way, you will see the numbers change as people come in and out a lot, so don't let that discourage you. Let's say you sold half of what you auctioned, which would be fantastic. Package with love and care and ship the next day. Poshmark shipping system is pretty easy and self-explanatory, but if you want to see firsthand how to do it, see this video on the screen that explains the shipping process step by step. Poshmark has a 5-pound limit per package, and if you have buyers that got overly excited about buying a lot of your items, congratulations, by the way, you can request an overweight shipping label. For this reason, I invested in a postal scale about a year ago, and it's been very, very helpful. Again, you can find the link in the info box along with my closet info and some other useful resources. Please don't waste too much of your business capital on shipping supplies. You can go on USPS.com/free supplies and order the bubble mailers, the Tyvek envelopes, and different size flat rate boxes to ship your sales in. The only money I spend is on bulk Scotch tape. I finally found an amazing deal on Amazon, and what I ordered for $47 will get me literally through the year, assuming I have everyday sales. And resealable bags to store my items and keep them from the desert dust. Hello from Vegas. And the last one is not mandatory, of course, but it makes a lot of sense. So let me share how I see things and what I noticed so far. Like I said, I'm going to be brutally honest with you and give you the facts as I see them based on my 4-year reselling experience. And my opinion, live and silent shows success depends a lot on building a shoppers community that come to see you, what you have to offer, and shop with you as soon as they see your show banner or get notified of your upcoming live shows. To build that community is not easy, and you need to have something they find irresistible, whether it's low prices. A lot of people have low starting bids, and I won't recommend auctioning your items for lower than $5 because your end profit will be a few cents. So no. Either low under 7-8 starting bids for a regular bread and butter brands, or very unique items or sought after brands, one-of-a-kind items, or something very on trend that targets a certain audience like sneakers, designer bags and accessories, seasonal stuff, just to give you a few examples. Don't sell yourself short. Remember the value of your pieces. Remember the time you put into this. So don't feel pressured to sell items for peanuts. What I consider low starts is $5 to $8.
Taking a loss in the beginning is just a sales strategy, and when your shopper count will increase, shoppers will get into bidding wars, increasing the prices per sold item, and you will actually recuperate the money back.
Some sellers even have giveaways and games to make the shopping experience more enticing. Let me know down in the comments what you think and what your experience is if you already have done a show or two. I know this was a long video, and if you've gotten this far, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I answered a lot of your questions and gave you a little bit of insight and motivation to start doing your own shows. If you are more of a visual person and like to see how it's done rather than explained, make sure to watch the next video on how to do a Poshmark live show from A to Z. This video is actually a bit more visual and it shows you step by step what to do and where to click. If you enjoyed and have learned from this video, don't forget to subscribe and like to help my channel grow and help the YouTube algorithm push this info out there to people who might need it. Thanks again, and I'll see you in this video.